अच्छा जी, बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। Today we will be talking about the basis on which we require management information system. So we are going to start from the very small business so that you understand the need and the requirement of the information system. In this discussion we will be talking about multiple things, like we will be talking about functions of the different functions of the business. Okay, different MRPs. Note it down. Okay, so in this we'll be talking about these softwares like Power BI, like MS Access, MS Excel, ERP, MRP1, MRP2, and different business functions. Business functions. So whenever we start any business, have you studied entrepreneurship? Miss Notebook, have you studied entrepreneurship? Do you have any idea what is entrepreneurship? No idea. Okay, let me tell you. Entrepreneurship is starting your own venture, own business. Okay? From the scratch. For example, you want to launch a product, you want to launch a service which is unique, which has never been in the industry. So you come up with the idea. Like the Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg was the entrepreneur. Okay? He came up with the idea of the social networking. The idea was somehow there with different names, but the Facebook was a different platform in terms of its services. It was different. Anyway, so entrepreneurship is the one who start his own business. So if you are an entrepreneur, so you will be doing your own business. Okay? Okay. And if you are an entrepreneur, then you will be managing someone's business, but with the innovative ideas and the innovative practices. So let's start with the example of the entrepreneur. What are the needs on the basis of the needs you require the management information system, any kind of management information system. Okay, what are the needs because of them you start thinking to have the information system. First tell me what are the basic operations, what are the basic functions of any business? Any manufacturing company. Let's take a manufacturing company. Like the company who is making the purses, wallets, bags, laptop bags, school bags, etc. You are saying inventory management and
the process of converting the material into the finished good, raw material into the finished good.
That is manufacturing and production. Packaging and have you taken my last lecture? No, you did not. You did not even watch my video? No. You should watch. Any other idea? I already discussed in my last lecture, I guess. What are the basic functions of any business? Departments of any business? No idea? Write it down. Now write it down and remember, please remember. There are 3 functions, 3 departments, mandatory department for any organization, that are the production department or manufacturing department, and the other one is the operation department. You may call operation department. First one is the operation department, second one is the accounting department, and the third one is the marketing department. The first one is the operation department, the second one is the accounting and finance department, and the third one is the marketing and sales. So आप खाली you can also write only marketing, you can also write the only accounting and finance department. So there are 3 departments every firm has. First is the operation, second is the accounting, and third is the marketing. ठीक है? These 3 departments any company must have. So if you are starting your own venture, you are starting manufacturing the bags of yours, so these 3 departments you must have at least. Either you can run yourself or you must require the specialist in every department or the experienced person in every department. ठीक है? It's very important that you hire anyone who knows the marketing, the accounting or the operations. ठीक है? Very important. So what you do? You start manufacturing through the operations department, you manufacture it, and you account for the inflow, cash inflow and cash outflow, and the assets you have. You account everything for that. Okay? In your books you write whatever cash outflow and whatever cash inflow. So cash inflow comes from the customer. To the customer, cash comes through customer and goes to the supplier. ठीक है? Goes to supplier. Obviously not the complete one, but here it is income or profit. Profit is there, income and profit is there in the middle. So what happens? You have to manufacture the goods, you have to keep the accounting of cash inflow and outflow, and you also facilitate the customers through marketing. For example, you make the product available to the customers so that they can buy your product. When they buy your product, the cash comes to the organization. You account for it, and then the raw material is purchased through that cash, and there is a profit which is obviously in your pocket. That happens. In the beginning years, that is called the break-even point. In every new business, specifically, or after launching in any product, you don't make profit. In the introductory stage of product life cycle, in the growth stage of the product life cycle, you don't make profit. In fact, you lose a lot of amount, but you carry on until you get the profit in the growth stage. I already discussed in the last class. Do you remember that? I made a product life cycle and I talked about the introduction stage, the introduction stage, the growth stage, the introduction stage, and the next stage is the growth stage. and the maturity stage and the decline stage. So in the introduction and the growth stage, you lose a lot of amount. You don't make much profit. You don't make much profit, and the reason is because you have spent a lot of amount in the capital asset. For example, you have purchased a machinery, you have purchased a plant, you have made a facility, so you have spent a great amount of money. I already gave you example of a company who started its UHT milk brand. It's a very big brand, all purse. So after 3 to 4 years, they were in a great loss. The loss was keep minimizing with every year. Now they are making a good profit, reasonable profit. So you see, in the beginning you keep losing money, but after some point, that is the break-even point, when they cross the break-even point, you start making profit. Okay? So income or profit is there when the break-even point is crossed. Okay, so what we have discussed up till now, we discussed that there are 3 departments which are mandatory for any company. One is the operations, second is accounting, third is the marketing. Okay, second we discussed about what every department does. So operation department basically manufacture the product, okay, and ensure the timely production. The accounting department account for the cash inflow and the cash outflow. It noted down everything, okay, that who is giving you cash, who is taking cash from you, okay, and what are the capitals you have purchased and when you have purchased, what is the depreciation amount, what is the current asset value of yours. So everything is there. So if you want to know the income statement at any point of time, it will give you income statement. Obviously you make the income statement after every year, but you keep maintaining the balance sheet. Balance sheet is how much you have invested with the capital and with the money you have, with the resources, and how much liabilities you have. So liabilities or assets you have to match. Have you studied accounting? Accounting? So what do you do in balance sheet? Yes. Repeat करें. Repeat. Assets balance out what? Liabilities and where is capital? Capital is there or here? Assets. ठीक है? So you see, you balance it. You need to keep looking at the balance of your investment and the liabilities. Liabilities are when you, for example, you have a cash receivable, that is your liability, and whatever assets you have in terms of the machinery, in terms of the inventory you have, and the capital is all the investment, all the facilities. So through accounting you keep track of that, and in marketing you do what you do. You keep contacting customers and making sales, improving sales. So you keep improving sales. You keep contacting customer as per, you keep reaching out to customers, and you make the product available to them. So have you got an idea? What have you learned up till now? Up till now, what we have discussed? Yes. देखिए, marketing department will give you an idea that who are your customers and how much sales they are giving you. Are they your profitable customers or not? It's very important. How much you are spending to these customers and how much profits you are getting. It depends on the product you have. For example, if we talk about the purse, the small or economical products, it does not require you to have directly contacting to customers. You contact to the distributor and distributor sell it, or you have your own outlet. Let's assume we have our own outlet. So when we have our own outlet, so it means we need to maintain the retail outlet as a different business entity, so that we can easily understand it. So through marketing, we ensure the product is available to the outlet, okay, and the product is sold timely. Okay, marketing department is also in the small company. Marketing department is also responsible for the new product development. Okay, whatever innovation is there, the marketing department is responsible for that. And marketing department is responsible for the customers we have, for the profitability of the customers, for the launching of the product in the small companies, for the launching of product and etc. So you see, any small company has 3 departments and how it works. So from there, excuse me, do not use mobile. You see, I am the CEO of the company and I have started a venture and I have 3 departments. So, and I have 3 resources who are managing these 3 departments. So what happens, I am manufacturing a product and I am selling to the customer and keep accounting of everything. So with the passage of time, the product is my customer is liking my product and the sales keep increasing. So when the sales is increasing, the demand is increasing. So the customer is demanding for the product in out of season time. So because of that, I need to keep some inventory for that, so that I can timely fulfill their demand. So inventory is another function which we need to have. Inventory. It is the current asset. We need to keep the inventory. For that, we need to have another person who will be working under the operation department. Okay? Inventory management is a very technical part, because inventory is your asset. It has a high liquidity, so you need to keep track of it. If you lose any inventory, so you lose your cash. If the inventory is obsolete, it is not sellable, it is also a loss. If it is theft, it is also a loss. So you need to keep track of the inventory in detail. Okay, so the business is expanding with the passage of time. 1 year has gone, okay, and what is happening? You are keeping inventory as well, and you are keep manufacturing. Okay, now you are keep manufacturing 24 hours a day. You are manufacturing 24 hours a day. 24 hours a day. So when you manufacture 24 hours a day, you require unskilled labor, and you need to keep track of the productivity. If you do not keep track of the productivity, you will not be able to gain much profit, and your break-even point may be extended. You will not be earning after 3 years, even after 5 years or so. So you need to keep track of the productivity of your resources. For example, if your labor is producing 10 units a day, so you must ensure that 10 units is the real productivity of any labor. For that, you have to go with the time mapping, and you need to see that how much time is being spent on particular task. If 10 unit is the best productivity, then go for it. 8 hours, 10 units. If it is not, then go for example, you have improved your productivity. Now your labor can make 15 units ready in 8 hours. So you see how much the productivity is increased. You are spending a great amount, you are giving a great amount in 8 hours to a labor. Now the labor is producing 15 units. So the productivity is very, very important. It's a critical part in improving the income, the profit of yours. Now you see, I am talking about the productivity, I am talking about the 3 departments, the inventory. You cannot manage all without a software. You need a software for that. Why? Because manually when you do all, you make mistakes. You make mistakes. And mistake in the data entry actually realize in the information. The information you get from the data is not accurate, is not reliable. Because of that, you cannot make a good decisions. Your decision making is compromised. So what you do, you go with the Microsoft Excel. You purchase a software, license of that product, and you start working on that. So on the Excel, you enter every record of them and you keep working on that. Inventory is there and you try to improve the productivity through Excel as well. Everything is being done through the Microsoft Excel. Okay? Microsoft Excel is a very, you don't pay a very huge amount. It's a very meager amount. With a very meager amount you can get. Or through online you can have the few services of Microsoft Excel free, but few. But for businesses it is recommended that they buy its license. Anyway, we just assume that the new company has purchased the Microsoft Excel license. Now the company is growing, they have the inventory, they have improved the operations, and they are running with the 3 main departments. So you see, you are keep giving the task of the higher number of production to the operation department. Why? Because the marketing department is working aggressively and you are keep pressuring the marketing department that you have to sell more. So whenever they are pushing the product, the production has to be there. The product has to be ready. So for that you require raw material in a great number, in a good amount, plus you need to have the good discounts as well, and you need to have the reliable suppliers so that you can make the product timely. For the timely production you require the reliable suppliers. For that you start with the sourcing department, sourcing and procurement department. So you come up under operation, you start off with another department, that is procurement and sourcing. So procurement and sourcing is being done by a dedicated person. You hire a person who will be dedicated to the sourcing of the suppliers, the hiring of the suppliers, and procurement means the purchasing raw material or the semi-finished goods from them. So you see, this material management is being done by the sourcing and procurement personnel. So we have few staff of 4 or 5, okay, and we are running a business. But you see, it's getting difficult as the business is improving. Now the 3 years are gone, okay, we have crossed the break-even point. Now we are moving ahead, and alhamdulillah we are selling much more than our expectation. So in that case, you need to have the quality department over here, quality assurance department. What does quality assurance do? Quality assurance ensure that you have less defects, less waste, okay, less quality complaint, less amount of warranty claim, okay. And that's how you improve your brand image. And you can introduce the differential pricing because of that. Because when you go with the quality product, what you fix different prices for different customers. Okay? You try to improve your process and you give different prices to different customers. So you see, Your sales are increasing because of quality assurance, and you hire a very trained professional in the quality assurance department. Now you can also have the research and development department, your product development department, because previously it was being done by the marketing department. Now you need to have the dedicated department that can come up with the new products ideas, innovative ideas, and their ideas can be implemented through the engineering team, through the production team. It can be executed, and you evaluate it. So you see, research and innovation department would be come up with the new products. So you are keep increasing the resources. Here you are seeing. Now you require the MRP 1. That is the material resource planning. You require material resource planning because whatever material you would be required to manufacture, you need to handle with the material requirement planning. Material requirement planning, write it down. Material requirement planning. The first is the material requirement planning. Material requirement planning. So material requirement planning is when you plan everything required for the production. Okay? So it's very, very important you to have it. In the sales and operation planning, you get to know that what you have to produce. But for the production, you require many raw material. For example, this marker has a cap, its body, its tail, its nib, ink. It has many things. So everything has to be available so that one marker can be made. So you see, material requirement planning plans for you. It makes your life easy. And the raw material is not short. The components are not short. The assembling is timely. The manufacturing is timely because of the MRP. One, that is the material requirement planning. Now the businesses keep increasing, and because of that, you are using the MS Access as well. And the CEO of the company requires the Power BI tool to see the analytics of its company. Since everything is on the Excel, so you can easily see the analytics, the descriptive stats of the performance of every department. Every department, operations, accounting, marketing, innovation department, quality assurance department, inventory, sourcing and procurement. Every department analytics is being watched closely by the CEO of the company. So CEO of the company keep track and make plans about it. Okay? And push the head of every department for better performance. And through that, he evaluates the performance of every head of the department. So that's how it goes. Now, when we talk about the MRP2, MRP2 comes after when the company wants to reduce the cost of the logistics. The company business is increasing in most of the cities of Pakistan. So you want the manufacturing facility in other part of the country. So what you do, you find out the facility, different facility in the Faisalabad, the main hub, and in the Multan, in Dera Ghazi Khan, in other part of the country. So when you have different facilities, so you need to have different departments as well there. So the people designated there will be working under these department head. So these are the head office, and everything is being done, every management is done through them. So they hire the people and they assign to different part of the cities. So but you see, resources are keep increasing. Man, material, machine are keep increasing. Machines, you require more machines. When you have the facility in Faisalabad, in Multan, in other part of the country, so you need to manage the resources. So resources management is through the MRP2, that is the That is the material resource planning. Material resource planning. Okay. So material resource planning, when we talk about the resource, it talks about every resource. It does not talk about only the material. It is talking about the human who are involved, the machinery which is being used. So every asset of yours, every resources of yours is counted. So we are getting different system. For example, Microsoft Dynamics is giving the capability of MRP1. The Oracle is giving the capability of MRP1. So you can purchase as per the sourcing person or the IT person. IT is also a very important department. And that department will suggest you that which software you would go for the MRP1, MRP2 and the ERP. There are different softwares which are available. Write it down. The Oracle, the Microsoft Dynamics, the JD Edward, the SAP. So these are the softwares which are giving you the facility of the MRP1 and MRP2 and the ERP. So the small companies usually go with the Dynamics, Microsoft Dynamics, which is there to facilitate the small and medium-sized business. The small and medium-sized business is being facilitated by the Microsoft Dynamics or the Udo. Udo is another German software, which is very, very cheap, and it can easily be afforded by any small company even. So for SMEs, the Udo and the Microsoft Dynamics and alike are there. So for MRP1, you can go for that. For MRP2 facilities, you can go for any software like that. And the ERP, when we talk about the ERP is required when the business is expanded and your retail outlets need to be controlled well. The DRP you want to use, distribution requirement planning, write it down. Distribution requirement planning is there. You want to plan, you want to automate, or you want to mechanize the distribution requirement. Okay? So you go for the ERP, and the ERP has all the facility. What you try to do, you try to have the ERP or the MRP system which your suppliers have, which your customers have, because there must be integration among the supply chain. If the supplier has the same software, if the customer has the same software which you are using, so whatever file is being made can be used by anyone. Okay? So the real-time information can be shared and you can capitalize on that. Otherwise, the manually data has to be entered. Okay? It's very, very important. Plus, you can use multiple technologies like RFID. You can use. Write it down. RFID you can use. You can use blockchain. You can use blockchain. You can use RFID. In the beginning, you can use barcode, and then Industry 4.0. So you see, these are the technological upgradation. The Industry 4.0 means that your machinery is totally automated, human free, no human intervention is required. You can turn on your machine with your mobile phone or by sitting at home, and you can also see the performance of your machine. You can also see the idle time, the maintenance requirement of your machine. So when we talk about the Industry 4.0, 5.0, we talk about the latest development in the industry. Obviously, when the company grow, you go for the industry 4.0 technology and you automate your whole machinery. So you try to reduce the intervention of the labor. When there is less intervention, there is more productivity. There is more productivity. You see, we talked about the 15 units with the labor. Now we are talking about 25 units in 8 hours with the automation, with a better quality, with the robots. The robots even, you can use the robots. CAD, computer-aided design, computer-aided manufacturing. You go with the computer-aided manufacturing, computer-aided design. Robots you are using RFID and barcode. Barcode and RFID basically support the inventory management. How come? You might have come across to the superstore. You have visited the superstore, any supermarket. So whenever you go there, what happens? You go and you choose a product from any aisles and you go to the counter. When you reach to the counter, the counter man take your product and scan the barcode. The barcode tells the system that this product is being sold. The transaction is being done. For example, 100 rupees tissue box has been sold. So 100 rupees must be there in the system. And the tissue box is out of the system. In another case, whenever any supplier brings the stock, so they scan the barcode and they in the product. So in and out through the barcode. The barcode scanner is there. Barcode scanner. When your company grows, you can use the barcode scanner. Then you move to the RFID, radio frequency identification. Radio frequency identification is the advanced technology than the barcode. And through the RFID, what you do, you get to know where your product is moved. For example, if any product is moved from this room, so through the RFID technology, you get to know. You don't have to have in the line of sight like the scanner. You try to bring the product in its line. In RFID, there is no need. Whenever you cross the line, the particular line, the signal is there. You catch the signal, the antenna catch the signal of the device, of the barcode chip, and it gets feed into the computer. So in the computer, you get to know that which product is out and which product is in. So this is pretty much good for the inventory management. And robots you can use whenever you require, just to moving the inventory, and in the production as well, if you require. So you see, if we try to sum up what we have learned, anyone would tell me what we have learned from all this discussion? What are the important points of this discussion? Any idea? Any take? Tell me. Okay, let me summarize it for you. First, we talked about the beginning of any business. Whenever we come up with the idea and we want to have our own business, what happens? We need to have the three mandatory departments that are the operation, accounting, and marketing. So when we have the three departments, we can start off our company and we can start. And I gave you the example of the manufacturing company. So in the operations, the product is being manufactured. Okay, the product I took as an example was the bag. So the bags are being produced, and I also described you what happens in the operation department, what happens in the accounting department, what happens in the marketing department. I also described you, especially I described you in the marketing department. You come up with the new ideas and you launch new products. Okay? And you design its 4 P's of the product. Have you read 4 P's? Have you studied that? 4 P's. 4 P's. The 4 P's of the marketing is designed by the marketing department. 4 P of the product is pricing, placement, promotion, and packaging. So you see everything is done by the marketing. Since it's a new company, so we are not talking about the 360-degree marketing. We are not talking about the branding. We are not talking about the advertisement of different kinds. So we are specific in the beginning. So since we do not have much capital, so we go for it like this. Okay, after passage of time, when the companies keep growing, you need to satisfy customers by having the inventory, and you also want to improve the quality of the product by having the quality assurance department. The responsibility of the quality assurance department is to ensure the correct production of the product. For example, the process variability must not be there. The losses must be reduced, the waste must not be there, the reverse should not be done, and that's how you improve your brand image. Like you see BMW has a brand image, Boeing has a brand image, Airbus has a brand image, Sony has a brand image, Samsung has a brand image. So it all comes with the quality assurance. When the quality is there, the customer rely on your product, and your brand is keep growing, your sales is keep improving. So very, very important part. So no company can improve its product and services without improving its quality, without even sustaining its current quality. And you need to follow the total quality as well. Total quality is what? In which you talk about, write it down, very, very important, in which you talked about, may I rub some? In which you talk about the organization practice, write it down, organization practices. What are the organization practices? ठीक है ना? Defining the principles of quality. Empowering employees. Okay, empowering employees. So in the organization practices, we talk about the culture of the quality culture. We talked about the quality culture. When the quality culture is there, the principles of quality must be defined. That what are the principles of quality? For example, we talk about the continuous improvement. We talk about the particular tools we are using to improve. Empowering employees is very much important. When you empower employees, the employee are committed to you. They are accountable. When you give the responsibility with the empowerment, you make them accountable. And when your employees are, your customer is satisfied. And when your customer is satisfied, your sales are keep increasing. That's how it goes. This is part of the total quality management. Total quality management is very important, and you keep following that with the quality assurance. Your quality assurance department is keep improving, and you keep hiring people. You might have witnessed in the top UST brand, they were publicizing their quality, that there are 28 tests through which the milk go through. Milk processing go through with the 28 testing, different kind of testing. 8 different kind of testing. So what does that mean? It means whatever comes out after all the testing is very reliable. Customer can rely on that. Customer is satisfied. Customer satisfaction is achieved. When the customer is satisfied, the sales is keep increasing. Customer loyalty is there. Customer is loyal to you. When the customer repeat purchase, customer is loyal to you, it means you are making consistent profit. You are sustainable. So when you are sustainable, your businesses keep growing. Now, let's talk about MIS, how MIS or how management information system is helping. It is ensuring, these all are ensuring that you are doing what you want to do efficiently with the less resources. And your productivity is high. Productivity must always taken care of. If you want to keep making profit, you need to see the productivity very closely. You see, our local companies' productivity is not up to the mark as compared to abroad. The engineers who go abroad, they feel very exhausted working outside in the foreign country. Why? Because the foreigners want them to be more productive than the local industry through this. They have too much information. They keep a very close eye to them, and they cannot even move a single inch from the defined SOPs. They cannot sit for long. They cannot waste time. They cannot sit idle. They cannot make machine idle. Every dollar has been paid. They pay hourly. So that is why they keep the track of every minute. How minute by minute labor is spending. That is very crucial for making profit. That is why they are very good at business. Their brands are very big because they take care of every penny. So how? Through the technology. So technology makes the business convenient. Without technology, you cannot move ahead with the competitor. You cannot make your strategy, differentiation strategy, responsive strategy without technology. You cannot be responsive. How can you be responsive when your product development is so slow? When you are not available timely in the market? When you have the system, best-in-class system, ERP, MRP of top companies, you make the product available timely. Your customer trusts you more. The launching, whenever you launch any new product, it is a great success. Because the customer is satisfied with you. Customer is loyal to you. Customer is repeat purchasing from you because of the quality practices. It's very, very important that the company needs to be in the track, and the technology really helps us. We did not talk about the blockchain, I guess, and you did not ask me either. Blockchain technology basically helps to encode the communication. For example, if you want to see whether this marker is made by the same company or it is a copied one, or fake. So if you want to check whether it's fake or real, so what you do, you have a code over here, and when you punch that code in the company website, the company tells you that this marker is real. So blockchain basically encode the communication. No one knows by the code that what is the information, but the company tells you what is the exact time of its making, machine as well, factory as well. The blockchain helps you in the encode communication. That is why cryptocurrency use the blockchain. Do you have any idea about cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrency is the currency which is not authorized by any central bank across the world. Instead, it is the encoded mechanism through which you keep track of your money. So there is no physical money is there, digital money is there, and it is encoded. So no one can get it, no one can duplicate it, no one can easily steal it. Okay, so That's how you do the business and you grow. I just gave you an idea about. The very, very important aspect of this is the data. Note it down. The data you enter in the system must be the real time, and correct data must be there, correct or accurate. And complete data must be complete. Incomplete data is of no use. Complete data. You require complete details about it. Okay? For example, if we talk about this board, so complete data, what is the complete data of this board? Any idea? The functionality of this board is also part of the data. The market value of this board is also part of the data. The dimensions of this board is also part of the data. The life durability of this board is also part of the data. Got it? So you need to have the complete data so that you can get the information. Incomplete data is of no use. NADRA, National Database Authority, started the concept of data across the country. So it really drastically improved many things. You can easily get to know that who has SIM and what are the details of that particular person. If any mishap has happened, so you can easily trace any person. Otherwise it was very difficult before. So, but the data has to be accurate, correct. It needs to be ensured. For that you try, what you do, for that what you do, you try to, for the accuracy of the data, you use the barcode scanner, you use the RFID, you use the automatic mechanism to pick the data instead of involving humans. When you involve the humans, the error is there. The chances of error is high. So you go with these technologies. You go with the robots. You go with the scanner. So you try to reduce the error. When the error is reduced, you can rely on the information. You can make the decision with the firm belief that the data is accurate. Very, very important, write it down. You need to audit the data. Data must be audited. If the data is not audited, you can never know whatever data you have is correct or not. For example, if you do not take the physical of the inventory, you can never know that whatever you have in the system is correct or not. For example, in your system, 100 cartons are there, but physically 10 cartons are there. Is there any use of 100 cartons written in the system? No use. In fact, it is misleading you. So you need to keep track that wherever the humans are involved, wherever there is intervention by the humans, the data is accurately there. What usually happens in the audit? Auditors come and they ask you the documents. Whatever you have input, what are the documents? Where are the documents? By input is by the human. So if you have input anything, so what are the documents? And where are the documents? So if the documents are there, then the audit is clear. If they are not there, then the procurement, especially the procurement sourcing person, is in the hot water. Because there is a chance of bribe and the kickback by the procurement person. The company can always look in other ways when the documentation is there. ISO standards are there. When you go with these standards, then there is a less chance of detracking. There is a less chance, and the quality is improved. You see, whenever you go into good hospital, a reputable hospital, they examine you in a very step-by-step process. They don't start giving you the medicine. They take your history in detail. in detail by the different people, whoever is required, and then they start treating you. Otherwise, they never suggest you anything by the good hospital and the good doctors. So these are the standard operating procedures. Standard operating procedure, that whenever the inventory is arrived at the warehouse, how it has to be into the warehouse. When the inventory is outside the warehouse in the truck, so what are the steps to make it in? Everything has to be mentioned in detail. If you follow the standard operating procedure, there is a little chance that there is a variability or there is a problem in your data or performance. This is called system making. You need to develop the system. When you develop the system, then no matter who is the head of the department, no problem at all. That is why it is the term you might have heard, system development. We want to develop the system. What does that mean? It means develop the system which is negligibly dependent on human. When the human dependence is less, the decision making is better, information is better. For example, if any employees come to the university, he has to give the thumb impression or face recognition. So the university would know that how many employees are there at 8 o'clock, at 9 o'clock, at 10 o'clock, at 11 o'clock, accurately. If the human is there, who is saying, "Ha bhai, who are you? Okay, designation, please write it down." So 2 to 5 minutes are there to take the data, and there is a chance that the data is wrong. There is a chance, high chance. So what you need to understand and need to take care of, that wherever there is a chance to switch from the human to the computer or the technology devices, then go for it. IoT devices are the term used. IoT, Internet of Things. Internet of Things. When we talk about the Internet of Things, it means the devices which can be communicated through internet. For example, mobile phone can catch signals, can catch internet, can be controlled by other devices. If this fan can be controlled while sitting at home, it is an IoT device. It is not a common fan, it is an IoT device. If you get the information that is there anything written on the board from anywhere, it means this is an IoT device. This is not a common board. Okay? So communicable device, the device which can communicate. Got it? Anything which is unclear, anything which you want to know, anything which is difficult to understand? Nothing? No question? Very good, students. So I assume that you have understood every idea. Thank you.